first, and she was a part of the immigrant population. She was Irish Catholic and used as a scapegoat. They don't know exactly how the fire began, but somehow, some way, it did start in her barn. The winds that night were gusting in excess of 30 plus miles an hour, strong enough to create fire tornadoes in the downtown area. The river was so dirty, nasty, and polluted, it caught on fire. Buildings built of stone crumbled, and buildings built of cast iron melted. People fleeing the flames, running north towards the city limits and east towards the lakefront. Some running north along the lakefront itself. Once they got to the old city cemetery, some people would jump to the empty grave pits of that cemetery for protection. In those years, that cemetery was being relocated from the lakefront because of the high water table. Today, that same piece of land is now called Lincoln Park, the actual park. And no, of course, it did not find everybody. Literally, still a few thousand people buried there somewhere. Directly here to our right, a vintage building now coming into view has a pretty cool mural on the side that's called the Native American Lost in Chicago Dreamin'. Again, the Native American Lost in Chicago Dreamin' is the name of that mural. Taller limestone clad building to our northeast with the graceful setbacks and 30-foot statue on top that is the Chicago Board of Trade building from 1930. Art Deco by Halliburton and Root. 30-foot statue on top, the Roman goddess Ceres, the goddess of grain and agriculture. Some may recognize the buildings being Wayne Enterprises from Batman Begins. And directly to its north, Chase Tower. I don't have time for that building, but for those who do love public art, in the plaza of Chase Tower is a very nice mosaic called the Four Seasons by Chagall. So if you like public art, check that out. I've always kind of had an affinity for the modern residential high-rise here with the articulated balconies with the dash dot pattern. It just goes by its address, so of course, I had to come up with a few nicknames of my own. Not the Morse Code building, but the file cabinet building. Looks like an oversized file cabinet that forgot to push in the drawers on. 235 West Van Buren, Perkins and Will. And 3/4 of a mile to our right in the far background. Painted tan, narrow random vertical slits going up and down the face. Horizontal slit 10 feet below the roof line is a jail. Federal, the Chicago Metropolitan Correctional Facility, 1975. Architect Harry Weiss. I don't know if they have anyone on board from the DC area, but if you ever go to Washington, DC, around the metro, the subway there, they have very nice coffee cities in the metro stations. Same architect, Harry Weiss. The taller pink granite-clad building here to our right with the barrels on top is this an office building with a very unusual shape. You start out with a 6-sided base, but you end up with an 8-sided tower. Just goes by its address, just 311 South Wacker. The barrels on top serve no structural purpose. They're there for decoration only. They're not water tanks, not mechanical space, not tuned mass dampers, not there. To symbolize the building's headquarters of White Castle. Not designed to look like somebody's wedding ring or engagement ring. Must go through all the things people have asked before. No. Only for aesthetics. But when being planned, there were going to be 3 buildings side by side of equal height, connected via the Winter Garden here to our right. Other 2 were not built. Overbuilding, real estate bust, late 80s, early 90s in the first Gulf War. One side's green space, other side's a parking lot. Now I know that some of you all saw this here to our right on this office building in our first passing. It is a partial map of downtown. I'll be honest, pre-map, no one cared about this building. Now you can't not talk about it. In this next gap, the granddaddy of them all. A beautiful, albeit neck-breaking and breathtaking view, as you can see, of the Sears / whoever call it by that other name of my presence, Tower. Tallest building in the world from 1974 to 1996. Designed by architect Bruce Graham and engineer Fosler Kahn, Skidmore, Owens, and Merrill. 110-story tall office building rising into a height of 1451. Just to the roof. Broadcast antennas, which those are not considered architectural, they don't count the height. If they did, 1729. You have the 4 boxes up there on the west face called the Ledge, observation deck 103, glass bottles, and a great view, 1,300 plus feet straight down. The building itself is composed of 9 tubes bundled together. The building itself ascends in height. Those tubes drop off at different